Alright, welcome everyone to my first list. I got inspired by the white t-shirt fragrance list that Equality Fragrance started. I'm not doing a white t-shirt fragrances list. This is just a top 10. It'll turn into a top 10 with one honorable mention, I guess, because one got knocked out after I wore my scent of the day today. I wore Black Panther by Alexandria Fragrances, and that had to be in this list, so it knocked off the fragrance that was at number 10. Bad. It just got kicked out. So we're going to start the list. Trying not to make this too long of a video. We're just going to talk about what the fragrances smell like. No notes list or anything like complicated like that. First off, we're going to start with the honorable mention, which is Clean Rain. Clean Rain is like a melon frag. This is like something that you would smell on teenagers at the mall, but I like it. For me, it's unisex, and it's melon heavy. It's melon forward and musky in a dry down. This is like a nice cheapie. It was about 20 bucks, $15 or $20 from Marshall's online. Clean Rain. Number 10 is going to be another cheapie, another affordable fragrance. It's going to be Distillers blend by Cremo. This one is another freshie. Oh, but it's sweet. It's sweet, but it's boozy. It's got Kentucky bourbon is the prominent note, and smoked vetiver. But smoked vetiver is like, I guess, one of the most insanely light vetiver scents, because this is just like soapy, boozy. It's like you spilled soap in some bourbon. Ooh, it's fresh, and then the dry down is woody. At number 9 is going to be a fragrance that I don't have a full bottle of yet, but I want to get one really soon. It's from Kimberly, New York, which is an independent niche perfumers. She's based, I believe, out of Florida, but all of her scents scream NYC. This particular fragrance, I, right? This particular scent is Rastafarian in a bottle. Now, a little bit about me. I grew up here in Brooklyn, New York, in the place on the map that is now known as Little Caribbean, right? But growing up, there was just Flatbush, Prospect Park, East Flatbush, Church Ave, Utica, East New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really weren't talking about Little Caribbean. You just lived it, and it wasn't really that on the map back in the day. Anyway, I grew up in a Jamaican household. My entire family is Jamaicans, born in the country, and they immigrated here after my oldest cousin was born. So I am a part of a first-generation American family of Caribbean immigrants. This scent reminds me of that childhood, that area of my life, in regards to being a Jamaican specifically. Like, there are scents that you can attribute to being around people from various different parts of the Caribbean islands, and anyone will tell you this has like oak moss in it, Jamaican ginger, ylang ylang. This smells like Rastas. This smells like the guy selling Irish moss at the park. Alright? So, Kimberly, New York, I, number 9. Number 8, we got a designer frag that a lot of people know these flankers. This is John Varvatos Artisan Aqua. The reason why I chose this flanker specifically, because I've got Artisan Pure, which is another citrus light frag. The reason why I chose this as a hot weather frag is because this smells like you're in the shower. This smells like expensive shower gel. This is a fresh fragrance that does not last. No performance. This is done after about 4 to 5 hours, and really that's all you need with a fresh fragrance, because you're not going to be out long, or you might just be wearing this in maybe a work setting. You could always reapply, but at the same time, just know that These Varvatos in particular, the fresher ones, they do not last at all. But this is number 7, John Varvatos, Artisan Aqua. Number 6. Number 6 is from the house, a part of the apparel that I'm wearing. This has quickly become one of my favorite fragrances to wear. It is a hot weather appropriate fragrance, even though you're gonna smell like a gingerbread cookie kinda. You're gonna smell like a gingerbread treat. You're gonna smell like food. If you're Jamaican and you know what bulla is, you smell a little like bulla with the ginger, like it's a bulla cake. It's like a dessert, okay? This is from Kirk Elliott, Ginger in the Woods. All right, and Ginger in the Woods, ginger, nutmeg, frankincense. Can't remember the rest of the notes, but oh man, this is kind of like it's not heavy spicy. It's sweet and soft, but at the same time it's a little fresh. This is a very light wearing fragrance, and if you can see the dent that I put in this bottle, I don't know if you can see it, but it's missing a lot of the bottle. I gotta buy another one. I really love this one. It is a yummy fragrance. Gives me confidence, makes me feel, grown and sexy, but at the same time, playful and inviting. You smell tasty. Ginger in the Woods. Number 6. Number 5 is a fragrance that I shot a review for way back when I started shooting reviews. Not way back. A couple months ago when I started shooting fragrance reviews on my phone, and I was running out of space, so it kept getting cut off, and I just didn't want to stitch together a crappy review, so I decided to just do it over again later. I really want to talk about this fragrance because it is probably a little divisive. It's something that I've never seen anybody talk about recently. It wasn't something that was talked about when it came out, but some of the flankers in the series were talked about in FragCom. Let me get into what number 5 is and why I think that it's such an interesting fragrance. This is L'Eau Serge Lutens by the House of Serge Lutens, or Serge Lutens Water. This is an anti-perfume, if you will, and that's what it was created for. It's created to be an anti-fragrance, and it is incredibly light. Aldehydes, some citruses. I can't remember what else is in this, but imagine, if you will, fresh laundry with some oranges on top. A basket of fresh laundry. Somebody dropped an orange in there. It's pretty much what you got in here. So this is like a super fresh fragrance for hot weather because it's not actually a fragrance. It's an anti-perfume, but it's a perfume. Number 5, L'Eau Serge Lutens. Oh, is that number 6? I lost count. Yeah, that was number 6. Number 5 is a Mancera, right? And while I love the House of Mancera, I only have one in this list, and the one that I chose for this list is one that I have a review up for on my YouTube channel. It's Sol d'Italie. Now, Sol d'Italie is a similar fragrance to L'Eau Serge Lutens, but this is a lot more filled out. There's way more citrus notes. It's more aldehydic. It has watery notes in this, so it's more aquatic, more salty. I kind of gave the example of a mountainside and like some laundry drying in the breeze, and like a citrus tree nearby on some farmland, because this is like kind of, you smell like a little bit of the mountain air, the grassiness. So this is a fresh fragrance from the House of Mancera, and they're usually a little bit thicker, but this is incredibly light, but at the same time it's got that beast mode performance known for by Manceras. It doesn't last like 14 hours, but this is going to last you easily 8 hours on skin, and it's going to perform. It got other people compliments, so I pretty sure it's going to get you compliments if you're an inviting looking person. I might even get some compliments if I decide to wear this one out trying to look special, but who knows. All that I can say is that it's gotten people that I've given it compliments. So I highly recommend you check out number 5, Mansera Sol d'Italie. Number 4, and yes, this is number 4, I'm counting. This is my favorite from a house that I've got a couple of reviews coming out on my channel about, and this is my favorite bottle. I got the big 100 ml bottle of this. This is from ELDO, or Italie d'Orange Cologne. Now, I chose Cologne for this. While I love I Am Trash, I Am Trash can sit a little different in the heat. It has that little like plasticky vibe. It smells a little bit like recycled plastic to my nose. So when I reach for Cologne, it's because this is just fresh, citrusy goodness. Blood orange, mandarin. I can't remember what else is in the base, but it's got, I think, musk and what kind of woodiness? Cedar. This is like the quintessential ode to cologne, like a love letter to any cologne that you remember at any point in your life. A fresh citrus scent. Oh my gosh, the blood orange in this is, the citruses in this are prominent, and the blood orange makes it very sweet and tart. So it's like, all right, yeah, a little tart, a little spicy. Oh gosh, I love this. An incredible fragrance. At number 4, this is Cologne ELDO. Now, this is a fragrance that knocked the bottom fragrance out of the list. I put it up here at number 3 because it's dope. Is dope. It smells amazing. It smells so, my god. And I couldn't believe that it smells so freaking crazy because it's only got like 3 notes or 3, components listed in the fragrance. It's a clone of Bulgari's Tigar. It's got ambroxan, grapefruit at the top, ambroxan in the mid, and woody notes. I don't know what other magic or sorcery that they put into this fragrance, but they named it appropriately because it is fit for a king, fit for a freaking superhero. Again, this is a clone of Bulgari's Tigar, but it's from Alexandria Fragrances. This is Black Panther. Now, I've only worn this one day. I can say safely that this is it's like 80 something degrees out right now. The high was, I believe, 90. And I was smelling myself. God, this is an amazing fragrance. If you have not smelled Bulgari's Tigar, if you have not smelled this, go ahead and get you some. You can get 30 mLs, I think, are restocked at Alexandria, but I got the 55 ml, and I'm probably going to get me another one if the 100 mLs come back in. I'm still going to get that. This is a fragrance that's probably going to stay in my collection when this is done. Alexandria Fragrances, Black Panther, number 3. Number 2 is a fragrance that, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love this fragrance. I got put onto this fragrance by Mr. Cologne 76, Going Over the House, which is an interesting perfume house. It's woman-owned, perfumed, creative directed. It's all about fragrances done for and created by women, but I don't really see gender in perfume. So I wear this. I've got the full bottle, which I believe is 75 mLs, or let me not misquote however many mLs this is, because I believe this is a 75 ml. I can't read it right now. I've been staring into the light too long. But this is, I don't want to hold up the video trying to figure out how many mLs this is right now. I'll write it down in the comment section. Yeah, I got the full bottle. I also keep a travel spray in my bag at all times when I'm out. This is Rosa Sacra by Frasai, and it's at number 2 because I absolutely love this fragrance. It's a little complicated in the notes list. It's got Palo Santo down in the base, which is one of the woods that, while I'm not in love with in its own fragrance, because Palo Santo is a Cremo fragrance that I am not particularly in love with. In here, oh, it's sparkly. The woodiness, the greenness is grassy, but at the same time, the rose is light and electric. It's not a typically thick rose perfume. This is like rose. It's not rose cologne, because I don't want to try to like appropriate this, you know. But this, I wear it because I'll be damned if this don't smell amazing. And I got complimented while wearing this. I got into a conversation with some women at the local Narrows Botanical Garden here in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, where I live. And while I was having a conversation with them, I talked to them a little bit about you know, wanting to take images for social media, and they let me know that, you know, my fragrance, I smelled nice that day, and I happened to let them know that I was wearing a fragrance that I absolutely love the story behind, the house, everything about this fragrance. I was wearing Versailles Rosa Sacra at number 2. This is a light, again, aromatic rose that sparkles to my nose, and it's at number 2. Now, the top fragrance shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that follows me, again, on Instagram or follows me in any social media outlets, because I absolutely love Creed's Erofa. But I am not about to buy Creed's Erofa because it can be very expensive when you think about the fact that I believe 100 mLs runs for, if you can find it at a discount, like $281. $287, $280s, right? For that price, I can get like 4 or 5 different fragrances in 55 ml bottles. So you can get like twice as much juice. I don't know. I got this fragrance at number 1 because, if I'm being honest, it is the best clone of my absolute favorite fragrance right now, and especially for this time of the year. This is Mediterranean Coast by Alexandria Fragrances, and this is their version of Creed's Erofa. Creed Erofa, Jesus, is like the breeze on a sailboat on a Mediterranean beach. Like, I know Caribbean beach scents. I've been to the Caribbean a few times. Oh man, this is an amazing scent, an amazing scent. Aquatic, salty. It's a little blue if you understand what blue fragrances are. But it's a sea. It's got aquatic notes. It's lightly floral, but this is just an amazing scent that gives you the impression of being out on the ocean, out on a boat. So if you're familiar with that, if you like that type of scent, this is one for you to look out for. But this is my number 1 go-to hot weather summertime fragrance. I've got this. I've got Dua's version of Creed Erofa. I'm going to be giving this mad burn. It's probably going to be my scent of the day another couple days after I finish testing a few more things. Thank you for checking out my first ever list. This was a long video. It's the longest video I think I've ever shot. But checking in at number 1, Mediterranean Coast. That's it, everybody. Thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for sticking with me this long. If you want to discuss anything that I've talked about in this list, or if you're curious about where I got anything from, hit me up in the comment section. Let's chat. Until next time, peace out.